Shalom, 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 family. Y'all climb in, climb on in. Like I was just saying in my last bad link, that was a bad link I was on, but I'm on a good link now. Man, it's been a long Tuesday, family. Y'all climb on in and let's remember some things. Let's learn some things today. Y'all climb on in. I'm gonna wait till y'all get in the building. Y'all climb on in here. And yeah, we got a lot of things to discuss, a lot of things to talk about today. Of course, we got the questions, you know what I'm saying? Some very, very good questions. But today we're going to talk about the art of healing. Let me know if y'all can hear me well. Let me know if y'all can see me. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all share, make sure y'all comment, make sure y'all subscribe and all that good stuff. We finna talk about some things. I'm finna teach y'all how to truly heal mind, body, and soul. Like, share, and subscribe. Today, I really want to discuss the art of healing. There's been a lot of people coming to me from other herbalists that's more messed up than when they reached out to these herbalists. I'm not going to say no names. I'm not going to down anybody that's out here trying to heal the natural way. Most definitely, kudos, get a hooray from me because they trying to do something different other than the allopathic type of thinking. But you have to know what you're doing if you're going to be in this type of business. A lot of people are out here, they see that health is the new thing. It's the new trend because we awakening on another conscious level, which is nothing wrong with that. That's good. So they want to ride the wave. But don't be riding the wave because it's trendy and it's because it's the end thing and it's what's popping and calling yourself a healer and you're not. Because we've been seeing a lot of people come to us literally that didn't have kidney failure before that have kidney failure now because y'all are ministering herbs to these people and don't know what y'all doing. Or people that have heart issues now because, again, y'all are ministering herbs to people and don't know what y'all doing. Y'all cleansing the gut, cleansing the blood. Y'all trying to get the kidneys to flush, but y'all not focused on the lymphatic system or y'all not focusing on kidney filtration. So, I truly, it's dope. All praises that y'all do want to be healers. But before you start getting into the field and getting into the clinical trials, make sure that you got enough study up and make sure you know what you're doing. Because we are getting all of y'all clients and they're worse than they was before they came to us. And then we got to heal them on up. So I want to talk about the art of healing. Healing is not only a science, but it's an art. You got to know when to go hard. You got to know when to let up. You got to know when to be aggressive with the herbs and use toxic roots. And you got to know let's not use the toxic roots. Let's use some smoothing leaves, something that's going to soothe them. You have to know when to go full alkaline and you have to know when to bring the balance. You have to know the balance or the art of healing. It's an art to it. Otherwise, you can detox people too fast and you can kill them. You see that? Or you can put so many herbs into them and not give them the right amount of hydration because your herbal formula and what you're mixing up that you can completely shut down their kidneys. Or you can detox their kidneys too fast and they're not filtering their kidneys and then their kidneys shut down. So what I've been seeing a lot of people come from other herbalists come to me with renal failure or renal complications because their so-called herbalists didn't know what they was doing. Again, I'm not knocking y'all, but that's why I'm out here and I'm giving y'all all this information for free. I'm truly teaching and raising up healers. A lot of my students and a lot of people that's under me have healing cases now, showing y'all it's a proper way to do things. So you have to learn the art of healing. All right. So I want to speak on that a few things. So the first thing to healing you always have to do is get you some blood work. Always get their blood work and always read their CBC chart and their renal metabolic panel before you subscribe them any herbs, period. Know how they blood is, know how they so-called immunological system is. Look at their WCB, which is their white count, their white blood count, their WBC. Make sure that this in the right range to see if they got any antibodies fighting. Then always look at the lymph, look at their blood, their hemoglobin, make sure they got enough iron in their blood. I mean, you literally got to go through that whole blood analysis chart and read everything. That way you at least have some type of blueprint to go off of when you finna administer the herbs. Most people that I'm teaching it on higher levels, you can look into their eyes and do iridology readings. And then, you know, that's truly showing the windows to the soul. And you can go from there. But just don't always go off of what people tell you that the doctor diagnosed them with. From my last video, y'all know that the diagnosis most of the time be wrong or be false anyway. And they're literally just putting names on symptoms. If you truly want to know what's going on with your patients or with your clients, look at their blood work. Always look at their blood work, because one thing the blood doesn't do, it don't lie. Just like numbers don't lie, blood don't lie. And then go through that way. Now, the first step you're going to always do when it comes to healing anybody, okay, right? The only way you can truly heal anybody is through detoxification. Now, there's no such thing as allopathic suppressive therapy. There's no such thing as that. That's literally suppressing the symptoms and giving you medicine to take away the symptoms while you're still suffering without you knowing. They literally bypassing your melanin neurotransmitters for you don't feel the pain receptors. That's a bad thing. You see that? So there's no such thing as going to take allopathic chemicals to heal what you have going on. So that's automatically off the table. The only way to truly heal the body of any disease, whether we're going to say HIV, AIDS, sickle cell anemia, leukemia, chronic pulmonary disease, COPD, asthma, emphysema, edema, any of these diseases, it will have to be by detoxification. You have to get rid of all the obstructions that you have been building up in the body. The only way to get rid of all those obstructions is by opening up the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system has been stagnated for so long, and now you backing up and you pooping where your food supply is supposed to be. That's what sickness is. And most of these things are from the foods that you're eating. So ain't no medicine finna heal you of that. All the herbs do is flush your body out and allows the lymph to filter itself so your body can heal itself. The true healer is your own body. The true healer is not the herbs. I'm just good at plumbing the body of all of the poop and all of the blood, dead corpuscles and all the acids and all the mucus buildup and all the cellular erosions. I'm a professional and I'm a master at plumbing the body. But I cannot sit up here and say that I am a true healer. The body heals itself. You see that? And I think that's the real problem that a lot of herbalists are getting into, you know, because I say I've healed. Yes, I've cleansed the body for the body can heal itself. So herbalists are too busy focusing on healing and not focusing on plumbing and cleansing or detoxing. And that's why we're getting into, you know, herbalists are now starting to kill clients. I mean, there's so many reports I heard, y'all, where now the herbs are doing more damage than the medicine because the herbalists don't know what they're doing. So quit thinking about healing and start thinking about cleansing. The body gonna heal itself. We got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of cases to prove that. You just worry about plumbing. You worry about cleansing. The body is going to do what the body's going to do, which heals itself anyway. That's the whole point and purpose of a symptom. These are symptomatic, basically signals that the body are giving off to show you that the body is trying to cleanse itself by way of it be the skin, where you have skin rashes, breakouts, or herpes, or anything like that. You see a skin reaction because the body is literally pushing all the obstructions out of the skin. Or you have something called diarrhea. That's when the gut is truly trying to heal itself. So what it would do, it throws itself into a cleanse, and then you get diarrhea. Or you have something where you sweat a lot, where the thyroid trips itself and it makes you sweat for you can perspire. That's because the glands need to get all the cytotoxins out of the cell. That's where you get sweating from, or you get fever. Fever is where the body starts increasing circulation, where you can get oxygen, phytonutrients into the cell, or you get inflammation. Again, it's another thing where the body tries to increase circulation and hydration for you can get oxygen and phytonutrients and biophotons to the cells. So you see that your body already is on a natural healing time and clock. It heals itself. We don't need to heal the body. We need to help cleanse the body of all the instructions that's keeping the body from healing itself. And I think that's what a lot of you herbalists have got misconstrued. And if I have persuaded y'all to think that we're the ones doing the healing, then I say here on right now, I'm very humble. I apologize, but you're not. I'm not. We just know how to mix up these roots and mix up these leaves, and we're so deep into the biochemistry of nature that we know what's going to be the most potent astringent herbs in formula combination that's going to astringe and cleanse the body of all the obstructions. That way, once the metabolic pathways and the melanin meridians are opened up, now all that energy that the body produces naturally. Don't know herbalists do this, that the body produces naturally, because Yahweh created your body that way. Yahweh didn't create a human being. So I can't take credit for that. That Yahweh, you see that? That Yahweh did. Now the energy can be focused on healing and moving, the healing modalities, and not focus on breaking down your food and digestion. Not focus on trying to make you go to sleep because you're tired and you're not producing any ADTP. Not focus on bringing in circulation because you have inflammation to the cells and cellular erosions. Not focus. You see what I'm saying? So that's what an herbalist do. An herbalist is literally a plumber of the body, a master plumber. If you think that you're any more than that, then it's going to be very, very contradictory. And that's how you start killing your patients, or you start killing your clients. And that's what's going on with the allopathic community. So we have to make sure we keep that separate, y'all. If you truly call yourself a healer, make sure that you're there to cleanse and rinse the cells. The body will heal itself. And a lot of y'all clients will stop coming to me, because I'm not into taking anybody business. Y'all see me, I give y'all a lot of information. I'm into raising up healers that's original, that have their own originality, though, not healers that mimic me. And, you know, I've been seeing a lot of that too. A lot of people stealing my names, sites, had sites like mine, and just a whole lot of stuff. Make sure you be original too. Healers are original, with nobody like Dr. Sabi but Dr. Sabi. See that? When nobody like Dr. Lilayla Africa but Dr. Lilayla Africa. You see that? Ain't nobody like Yaki but Yaki. Ain't nobody like you but like you. So find what makes you different and integrate that into your healing. That way you can have your own personal followers that love you for who you are, not loving you through me. You see what I'm saying? So this is to my healers, y'all. I'm strictly speaking to my healers right now. So the art of healing is being able to be such aware and being aware enough to know, okay, this person is going through some down spiral healing crisis right now. Maybe I have too much damn roots inside of their bloodstream. Let me back off the turkey rhubarb. Let me back off the burdock root. Let me back off the yellow dock root. Let me back off the poke root, and let me soothe them down. Oh man, they boo-booing way too much. They 40 times a day, explosive diarrhea. Let's change that. Let's simmer that down. Instead of having them on fruits all day, let me start bringing in some solids. That way their body can regulate itself, and I don't kill them. See, it's an art to it. This is not just following Google or following a piece of paper. You have to know when to pull back, and you have to know when to be aggressive. You got to know, hold on, it's cancer. They gave her 2 months to live. We finna go fully aggressive because she's going to die anyway. Let's see if we can pull it out the fast. Sometimes you have to make decisions like that. But most of the time, y'all are making people worse than before they came to you, and they came to you for natural healing. And y'all are doing no more dirtier than the damn doctors, because y'all don't know what y'all doing. And yes, it makes me a little bit angry at y'all, because we are supposed to be the saviors and the many messiahs of our people and of the world, but y'all are harming people, because y'all are literally getting y'all scholarships from Google and YouTube, and then y'all using these people. You're no worse than the vaccine doctors that's using our people as guinea pigs. And Dr. Sabi used to talk about this a lot, and y'all need to truly stop that. All right, y'all got to. So let's get to it. How y'all doing on there, though? How y'all doing on there? Shalom, shalom, y'all. We finna get to these questions. Let's get to these questions. So, yes, the art of healing, family. The art of healing. Know when you are cleansing somebody too fast. Know when you're not cleansing them fast enough. Know when you need to dig deeper into the tissues. Know when you don't need to dig so deep because they've been on chemotherapy all their life. And if you get that chemotherapy back into circulation too much, it will bring them down. You have to know that's what makes you a healer. It's not putting together formulas, y'all. That's not. That's simple biochemistry. Knowing the chemical compounds and the composition of a herb or a specific botanical, and then you putting them together. It's root working. You see that? That's scientific. That's physics. That's biochemistry. You can go to class to learn that. But it's a self-awareness that you have to obtain that's given to you by nature, by the universe, by Yahweh, that's going to make you a healer. It's a difference, y'all. That's all I'm saying. It's a big, big difference. And you brothers and sisters out there, quit going to everybody that look good and sound good, because most of the time they not good. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all do your proper research before y'all start buying herbs from everybody. And I'm not just saying I'm the only herbalist out here healing. I'm not. Patrick Dow's got healing cases. You got Crystal Alkaline Doula. She got a lot of healing cases with fibroids. I mean, it's brothers and sisters out here healing other than me. Now, do I got hundreds and hundreds of healing cases? Yes, I do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not the only one out here, and I'd never be a liar and act like I am. I'm not. It's people out here healing. But a lot of y'all are self-proclaimed healers, and y'all are jacking a lot of our people up. So we got to change that, family. Yeah, you're right, Sparkle. Being healers is no joke at all. Man, I don't get no sleep, sun up to sundown. I'm working hundreds and hundreds of emails a day, 1,000 phone calls a day. I literally, like, my life and my wife's lives are devoted to y'all, family. For real, it's no joke. Government after me, all types of things. Signal messing up the websites. Got to build a new website down there every other year, holding hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, so on and so forth. So it's most definitely not easy to be a healer at all, especially when you're truly pulling the body and got a lot of healing cases that, you know, that wake up a lot of sleeping giants and a lot of elites, and they're like, hold on, what are they doing? You know, what are they doing? Let's go check them out. So, you know, we literally put our life on the line for y'all every single day. And sometimes my mama have to tell me, boy, if you don't stop and heal how you gonna heal the world if you ain't even healing yourself? You got bags under your eyes, Yaqui, go to sleep. Huh? You look drained, Yaqui. My mama, my healer, she don't want to be having to check me. Like, how can you heal the world if you're not even paying too much attention to yourself? And don't get it twisted. I have a very, 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 very healthy diet. I mean, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do none of that stuff. But still, the wear and tear just from healing y'all is, man, it's a whole lot of energy that come with that. And just imagine hearing all the bad worst case scenarios and just hearing all the negative things from you guys. You know what I'm saying? Y'all coming in with cancer, HIV, full-blown AIDS. I mean, breast cancer, breast being cut off, you know what I'm saying? So we hear a whole lot of just negative news all day, and it's up to us. And our purpose is to turn that into positivity with a remedy and a solution. That take a lot up out of you. That take a lot out of a healer, y'all. So y'all keep that in mind and keep that in perspective. Then our people is sick on a mass level. Literally, we have thousands and thousands and thousands of clients from Africa, from Uganda, I mean, from Greece, from Europe, all the way to America, to Puerto Rico, to South America. I mean, we have thousands of clients every day, and thousands of people is trying to get in contact with us every single day, y'all. So keep that in mind when y'all don't get through, or when a few weeks go by and y'all don't get a message back and things like that. Because remember, it's only a few of us, and the whole world need us. All right, let's get to it. Y'all ready for these questions? If y'all ready for these questions, type in some 9s and we gonna get it. Type in some 9s and let's get it. These are some very, very unique questions, and man, I love them. I went through a few of them. I ain't get through the whole thing, but I did glance at a few of them before I went live. And I think y'all gonna like this. Y'all gonna learn a lot of things today. Type in some 9s and let's get this started if y'all ready for this healing. Yeah, that's right, y'all. Be original. Be original. Y'all don't have to mimic me and everything I do. You know what I'm saying? That's me. That's mine. Y'all find your own originality and y'all run with that. Everything, y'all don't have to name y'all herbs after mine. Y'all don't have to have y'all website looking just like my website. Y'all don't have to say the same slogans and stuff I say. Be you. That's how you be unique. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get it. All right, it says, peace. I am 53 years old. I am a 53-year-old woman and suffer from vulvitis, vulvitis, basically. And the vulvula is basically the lip area and the outer skin area around the vagina. All right, and basically what vulvitis is basically when that skin or the lips around the area, even the clit sometimes, it has extreme itching. I mean, non-stop itching. And a woman will scratch it so much that it'll bleed, it'll rash up, it'll become very inflamed and very acidic. It says, I experience intense itching every day, especially in the morning on the left side of my vulva and near the lips. See, what do I need to alleviate this? Otherwise healthy, no other known health concerns. Okay, otherwise she's saying she healthy and she have no other concerns. Well, the first thing that you need to check out is it an allergy? Is it an antigen buildup? Is the toilet paper you using messing with your vagina? Is that giving you itch? Is it any type of soaps that you're using where your skin is very sensitive that's making you give out that itch? Is it pads that you're using? Or most of the time when people come to us with this particular disease, it's usually a reoccurring yeast infection, and that yeast and that mold will make you itch very, very bad, or it's herpes. And remember, you can go 10 years with herpes without being undetected. You can go 20 years with HIV being in you being undetected. So this could be herpes, some form of hepatitis. If you actually look at vulvitis, it's actually a disease called vulvitis hepatitis. So it might be a form of herpes that you don't know about, Queen, that you're going through. This is what I would do. If I was you, I would immediately change my diet, because itching is due to when the blood or your circulation is starting to speed up and slow down. And when you get that speed up of oxygen and then that slowing down of oxygen, it causes the skin to tighten and untighten in the epidermis of the skin, and that causes a lot of itching too, because there's a lot of friction going on and a lot of motion going on. So what I do is I completely change my diet. I will go on an all fruit diet for about 30 days, an all fruit diet, and I buy my 3 bitters, and with the 3 bitters, use bitter 1 and douche with that bitter 1. Douche and just make sure you sit in the bathtub and pour that bitter 1 after you create it like a tea. Put it in the tub and soak in it for a minute and let that bitter 1 get in on your vagina lips and get inside your vagina to start literally pulling out all them acids, because that's what makes things itch in the first place. What causes allergies is an antigen. The antigen is reacting from acids. So no matter what it is, you're still dealing with acidity here. You're dealing with an acid spectrum. So change your toilet paper. Most definitely check out your soaps. We got soaps on a new website. You can find your own all natural organic soaps. What else? Make sure it's very sanitary down there. And look, watch out for yeast. Have you been on any antibiotics? Them causes that. You know, antibiotics actually causes yeast infections, will cause you to itch like that. I mean, there's so many things that cause that. And make sure you get an IgG test. Go get tested for herpes. You say that you're 53, so you probably haven't been to the doctor and got tested for IgG in a while. And that's how long sometimes herpes take to express himself with this hemorrhage worm. And another thing, scabies. Scabies is literally a microscopic organism that literally walks around in the epidermis of the skin too, and you can't see them, but they're there. You see that? So what I do is I do the 3 bitters, and the reason why I would choose the 3 bitters, because you can douche with the bitters. The bitters got all types of anti-parasitics in it, where it will kill any parasite that's in there. It's also an anti-fungus and an anti-yeast and anti-mold, which means it will get rid of fungus, yeast, and mold. I mean, literally everything that could be the reason why you have vulvitis, it will get rid of. So that's what I say. I say the 3 bitters, the 3 bitters. If you can, get a few of them. And go that way and change your diet to an all-fruit diet, Queen. Other than that, you said you don't have no other issues and health concerns. You most definitely dealing with acid, though. And acids is what's going to cause that back and forth between the circulation and stopping, between iron phosphate and carbon dioxide. And that create friction with inside of the cells of the skin. And that's what creates itching. Notice things that are very, very tight. When your skin get real tight and then it releases and relax, that's where you get the itching from. That's friction, that's motion. And usually that is from them things that I just mentioned. So if y'all got any type of questions, particularly for this case, y'all can ask some questions now. And if not, type in some 9s and we're going to move on. And yes, that's right, Jacqueline. She said, throw away all them old underwears. Yes, make sure you throw away your panties. Throw all them away. It could be things made with azo dyes in them. And these are chemicals that break down in metals. And remember, the vagina, the skin absorbs. You could be absorbing all types of precious metals into the outer layer of your vagina, the vulva of your vagina and everything. So make sure you're using 100% cotton panties, all of that. Make sure that you're not using them pads. I mean, you literally gonna have to be very, very careful and sensitive about what you put down there, because all these can be bringing on this skin reaction. But if you saying it's itching like that, extreme itching, and it happens in the morning and it's on a particular side, then I mean, because if it was your panties, then it would be happening on both sides, because your panties touch both sides of your vagina. You see what I'm saying? If it was any type of spray you were spraying down there, it would happen on both sides. So I'm thinking it's something internally, and it may be herpes or it may be yeast, because yeast can grow on one side of the vagina. Yeast can grow on one side of the vagina canal. You see what I'm saying? So I think it's something internally. So let's cleanse it internally. Change your diet to an all fruit diet. Make sure it's high in citrus fruits. For instance, like you can do a lemon flush. You most definitely can do a key lime flush. Make sure you get your grapes in, grape juice, grapes. And then while you're doing that, take the 3 bitters. You can soak in the 3 bitters. You can douche with the 3 bitters. You can wash with the 3 bitters. And of course, you can drink the 3 bitters as teas. And you will look up a few days, a few weeks later, and you wouldn't even be going through this. So that's what I suggest, Queen. All right. Any questions? Let's see. Shalom, shalom, Aki Yaki. Shalom, shalom to the Mashay Ben Yisrael, my brother, my shalom ka. All right, all praises. All right, on to the next. All right, this one says, hi, I am new to your page. Hope all is well. I want to pick your brain for a minute. My son is 6 years old. All right, we got a 6-year-old son. He is amazing, full of energy, and he's smart. And he's a social being. Okay, it sounds like this is a healthy young man. I've been noticing over time he have these involuntary movements. So we got a 6-year-old boy. He's very active. He's very aggressive. He's smart, got all the energy, and he's a social being, but he have involuntary movements. So the first question I'm going to ask is, what controls the involuntary movements of the body? What controls the involuntary movements of the body? It will be the cerebellum in the back of the brain. Okay, so now we see that if it's involuntary, he's not doing this on purpose. Is his muscles are reacting to neurotransmitters by themselves without the gut of the mind giving it command. All right, so we see that he have involuntary movements. So let me get my brain. Here. I want to show y'all what the cerebellum is. All right, so this is a human-sized brain. It's not a human brain, but it's a human-sized brain. This right here is the cerebellum. Y'all see this part? This is the cerebellum. All right, that's the cerebellum right here. This actually controls all of your automotive skills. This is what's going to control your involuntary movements. Say if somebody throw a ball and you have the natural reaction to catch it. Say if you want to turn your neck because somebody called your name. This comes from the lower part of the brain, which is called the cerebellum, that literally covers the reptilian spinal cord. See that? You have something called the reptilian pond, and that's right here. Then you have the cerebellum. So anytime you have twitching or you have Parkinson's disease, you have any involuntary movements, such like what she's saying about her son, this is going to be the brain that's affected. And I bet you it's full of mucus, y'all. And the lymphatic system that's a part of the brain is not called the lymphatic system when it's in the brain. It's actually called the glymphatic system. So he's probably backed up interstitially on the glymphatic level. All right, the cerebellum. So that's what we're seeing right now. Let's keep reading though, because it might get interesting. Let's see. It says he have involuntary movements. Once it was the neck roll. See, so now we got the neck rolls where he rolling his neck. He's not doing it on purpose. He's just doing it. He's in type of spells. And we get a lot of cases like this. So we already know that this is going to be a cerebellum dysfunction. All right. It says once it was the neck rolls for a few weeks, then it moved to repeating his sentences. Okay, so what part of the brain literally controls the speech? What part of the brain controls the speech? Huh? We're gonna talk about that too. Huh? What is it, y'all? What part? The optic lobe. All right. So we see we got the center cortex, the optic lobe, and we got the cerebellum. So all of these are brain malfunctioning that we're hearing about. Okay, let's keep reading. It says, then it moved to rolling his eyes. Look, this is all brain stuff. So we got uncontrollable neck motions, right? Then we got eye rolling and repeating his sentences over and over again. Now, what comes with the eyes, this is what controls the eyes, the pod. Let's break this brain down real quick. I want to show y'all. All right, so this is the cerebellum that sits at the back of the brain. It literally sits right here. And And this part right here is the pons, which is connected to the hypothalamus gland. This is the pons. This is what controls, and it's connected to the optic lobe, which is right connected to your pineal gland. This is what gives you eyesight by literally light cold stimulation. So this is what controls the eyesight right here, the pons. So we see the cerebellum got too much mucus on it. The pons probably have a whole lot of lymphatic fluid on it, the optic lobe and everything else. So we see that this is actually a brain issue that's going on here, y'all. This is a brain issue, but let's keep reading because it might be more. It says not all at the same time. It says once one stop, he starts something else. He say it doesn't bother him and it doesn't seem to be disrupting his days. I am curious as what's going on. Well, you have something called dyskinetic cerebellum palsy. And usually that's what it is when you actually start getting into the symptoms of the thing. That would be like the clinical diagnosis of it. You know, and this dyskinetic is basically what it's talking about. And it's basically where you have so much mucus and inflammation built up on the cerebrum and on the cerebellum and on the pons of the brain, where it basically imagine having a cell phone or having a radio and pouring water on it. Well, the radio gonna start going crazy and berserk. You'll be able to hear the radio station and then it'll black out. Then you'll be able to hear bits and pieces of it again, then it'll black out. Or having a remote control car, and then you can drive the remote control. Say the remote control is the brain and the car is the body. Then you either burn the remote control in a microwave or you pour water on it. The body, which is the car, ain't gonna be able to work right because the communication is wrong and messed up. So the car might do things, you might say go right and the car go left. Well, that's what's going on, because literally the central nervous system is the gut, and then you have something called the second brain. I'm gonna call the second brain the brain in your head. The first brain is your gut. The third brain is your heart. If they're not communicating right because of mucus is acting like water and it's basically causing malfunction, then that's where you're going to get this involuntary movement, emotions, and the repeating of speech patterns and the rolling of the eyes. So it's most definitely sound like dyskinetic to me. And you can look it up, and it's DISKINECTIC. Look that up, and that's most definitely sound like that. He most definitely need to cleanse his lymphatic system of the brain. And the best way to actually cleanse the brain is directly connected to the transverse colon. This is the transverse colon right here. It's this first part. This is the transverse colon. Matter of fact, let me bring this over. Let me bring this over real quick. All right, so he need to cleanse his transverse colon. All right, so this, let me take this off too, so y'all can actually see. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me take this banner off. Brandon. Right here. All right, so this is the transverse colon. This is the ascending colon. This is the descending colon. So the transverse colon is literally made from the same substance and the same embryonic cells as the brain in your skin. It comes from the same exact cellular structure when you are embryos or blastocytes to become a fetus inside the womb of your mother. So these are in not only angelical in connection with each other, but intracellular connection. These are connected with each other. So in order to truly drain the brain, you have to cleanse out the gut and the colon. So once you get all this muck and all this cytotoxins and all the muconoid plaque erosions that's built up on the plaque of the digestive system and of the colon, notice that you start draining from your nose and you start draining from your eyes and you start draining from your ears, showing you that the draining process have to go through the tubulars, or what we call the lymphocytes, or these lymphatic vessels. And it starts up from the brain and it comes all the way down to the back of the kidneys, out the kidneys through urine filtration by way of the kidneys. So in order to get all the stuff out of the brain, you will have to drain the gut. Once you get all this mucus up out of the gut, now this alleviate a cleansing pathway. Remember the art of healing. You done alleviated the cleansing pathway. Now the cleansing pathway is opened up and the interstitial fluids is fluently flowing now. Now all that mucus is going to start coming down and coming down. And this is where you start seeing a lot of mucus come out your anus. A lot of mucus come from your urine. A lot of mucus come from your skin and things like that. But in order to truly cleanse the brain, you have to cleanse the transverse colon. All right. So the best way to get this is you most definitely need to put him on one of my brain and nerve kits. That's what I'll put him on. I wouldn't go as far as dramatically as putting him on any of my any of my geogenetic therapies, which is formerly my amino acid therapies, I most definitely put him on the brain and nervous system kit that's going to cleanse his kidneys, is going to cleanse his gut, his bowel walls, his pancreas. And then once we get that cleansed, he'll start taking the stuff for his brain and his nerves, and then you'll see all that mucus start draining and pulling. The more mucus he alleviating, the more release of the mucus, you'll start seeing he won't have this involuntary movements no more. He won't have repeated conversations and sentences no more, and he most definitely won't be rolling his eyes. If y'all got any questions, the diet to this, anytime you're dealing with the brain or you're dealing with nerves, I always recommend all fruit diet high in berries. Juice. At least 60 ounces. Well, he's 6 years old. So at least 34 ounces of fresh juice a day on top of the berries that I need him to eat a day with the herbs. And again, give it about 30 days to 3 months. You won't see none of these things no more. If y'all got any questions concerning this particular case, not a case you got going on, but concerning this particular case of this 6-year-old boy, y'all can ask him now. And if not, type in some 9s and we're going to move on. All right. If not, type in some 9s and we're going to move on. Again, if y'all like this knowledge, this is real knowledge, y'all. This is the art of healing. All of this stuff is real, and we done did these in clinical trials. We have healing homes. We have herbal stores. We have thousands of clients and patients. Look up and down my Facebook. We have so many healing testimonies. I'm not telling y'all nothing that I learned from a book or that I learned by somebody regurgitating. Again, these are points of reference, but I truly learned from clinical trials and study. We have the healing testimonies, hundreds and hundreds, and I mean thousands of them, to be honest with y'all. We have. It's just been so many years I can't find my thumb drive with the rest of my healing testimony. Me and the wife was looking for them the other day. Can't even find them, but it's cool. We got hundreds and hundreds more. But I'm saying this to say that I'm learning this from being in the field and applying these methodologies of healing and seeing people come and reversing all their disease, whether it be AIDS all the way down to simple herpes or a simple common cold or so-called COVID-19. That's why I'm saying that. So I think I know a little bit here, y'all. Y'all can actually listen to me. Let's see if y'all got any questions. Okay, it says this is... I'm going to answer this one because it's dealing with mucus and the vagina. It says, can mucus come through the vagina? Yes, it can. It most definitely can. We got a lot of cases like that, especially when a lot of people start douching with our 3 bitters. Right now, we have the Sacred Wound line. Ani Nature Sacred Wound line is most definitely on a new website. And it's going to be a separate douche, separate from the 3 bitters. So y'all don't have to buy the 3 bitters and use bitter 1 to douche anymore. You will actually be able to get the douche separately. And that's going to be on a new website. The website should be done. Y'all know I keep saying a week and a week and a week. But I mean, we want it perfect for y'all. We want it perfect for y'all. And we're trying to make it government proof, should I say. So it's taking longer than expected. All right. But it's coming. It's coming. Hopefully it'll be up by Friday. I ain't saying it is, but hopefully it will. So, but once you start that douching and that detoxing process, of course, like I teach y'all all the time, fontanelles, if y'all look it up, it's a alternative route of elimination. So if you have a hole or if you have a pore and you're cleansing and it can't go through the way it's supposed to go through, which is the kidneys by way of the lymphatic system, it's going to go through your vagina canal. It's going to come out your anus. It's going to come out the tip of your penis. It's going to form a boil and pop, come out your butt. We done seen boils grow to the size of a golf ball or the size of a tennis ball, sometimes a grapefruit on the butt when you cleansing somebody and it pops, and then all of that mucus and acids and tumors come from out of there. It can come in boils up under your armpits. It can come from your nose, your eyes, your ears, out of your scalp, look like a whole bunch of dandruff. I mean, it will come anywhere because what the body does, it's already a natural methodology of healing. Yahweh have put something inside of your body that naturally detox and heals itself. We just need to cleanse the body of all the instructions for the body can naturally heal itself and bring back a proper balance of homeostasis. That's all we doing and looking for the body to do. In order to do that, the stuff got to come out that you put in it. And most of the time, these things are byproducts from the food that you've been eating because you have been living an acidic lifestyle. And we need to live an alkaline lifestyle, a lifestyle of alkalinity, of high vibrations, of electrons. Electricity, not protons or proteins, which is very, very corrosive in nature and will kill your ass. You got to stay away from that side because the metabolic process of your body is already acidic anyways. The processing part of your body is already on an acidic spectrum. You see what I'm saying? So everything we need to be doing need to be alkaline because you are made of amino acids. Them are the building blocks that build your structures that they call proteins. Then you have a whole lot of electrolytes that when they get processed, these precious metals like gold, copper, zinc, cobalt, derivatives like vitamin D12, vitamin B12, and things like that, when they get processed in the cell due to potassium phosphate or monophosphate or potassium chloride, it leaves acidic ash. Even if you eat an alkaline, it still leaves acidic ash because the process is going to give off some type of fume. Just like your car, the tailpipe give off a fume, which is carbon dioxide. Or when you go to the mills or you go to big old chemical factories and you see all of that dirt and shit in the sky and they're polluting Earth, your body automatically does that due to its functioning process, whether you eat an alkaline or not. So it's best if we eat all out alkaline and drink all alkaline because your body function in an acidic spectrum anyways. That's why it's called a leaving back an acidic ash or an alkaline ash. An ash come from something that was burnt on fire, right? Well, your cells leave an ash on top of it, a glucose ash or a fructose ash. If you take the glucose and the fructose and you see iron phosphate mixed with chlorine and calcium, they're going to call that alkaline. But if you actually see phosphorus mixed with that deal and nitrogen nickel plate, they're going to call it acidic. But notice the process was acidic in the first place. And not to mention that you're built of acidic things called amino acids. All your byproducts are acid. Lactic acid. You see that? Ascorbic acid. Carbonated acid. Carbonic acid. These are all the byproducts of your body working naturally, y'all. Naturally. I don't have to drink a beer to produce an acid medium. I can drink water and eat and go running for a while. Guess what? My body is going to heat up and start burning and breaking down things. And when you break down glucose and fructose, acidic shit come from it. That's why I always tell y'all really don't understand alkaline pH potential hydrogen and acid pH potential hydrogen. I mean, literally, because you can die of acidosis and you can also die of alkalosis. All of it burns. It's all on the same spectrum. That's why you have to find the middle. That 7 range. And this is what you call homeostasis. It's not cool or it's not hot. It's just being. It's just is. It's present. Just like the thermostat upstairs. You go up a button, it turns and it kicks on the furnace. You go down a button and it kicks on the air conditioner. What's the difference? But when you go in the middle and you keep that deal at 75, you cool. It ain't hot or cold. You comfortable. And that's what we got to find and that's what your blood tries to do to the body all the time. Your blood is like the thermostat connected to the thyroid. It tries to keep the body on an alkaline acid spectrum at all times, which is literally about 7.45. If it go up 3, that's alkalosis. If it go down 3, that's acidosis. So it have to maintain its homeostasis. And that's why it dumps all this bullshit off into the lymphatic system, because the lymphatic system is what deals with the corrosive side of chemistry. The lymphatic system is what deals with the corrosive side of chemistry. This is the sewage system of the body. Period. And how do you alleviate it? By the kidneys. That's why the renal panel or metabolic panel of the blood of the CBC chart is very important that you read. Right? You make sure that you're reading the Bond's number, that you're reading the creatine number, that you're reading the kidney filtration, looking at the potassium phosphate monophosphate chloride, looking at the sodium metabolic rate. You have to look at these things because that's going to let me know if I can possibly get you filtering or not, or if I'm going to need to put you on a fast, deep cleanse and bring you close to death to heal you, or if we can take this thing slow. But that's the art of healing, though. You don't learn that from a damn Google. You don't learn that, you learn that from listening to me right now and then going out and doing it. You don't learn that from a book. I didn't learn this in school. I learned this from doing it. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you need. Most definitely, you need to get the my bad, y'all. Y'all know I be running. I go on and on forever and ever. But you most definitely need the brain and nerve kit. You most definitely put him on a high all fruit diet, high in berries, which is very antioxidants, and these are good because it oxygenates the cells of the brain, and you can get a lot of blood flow back into that brain. The more blood flow you get, the more oxygen and hemoglobin you get from the platelets of the blood through the creatinine and hemoglobin. So most definitely do that. And no water, all juice. 34 to 50 ounces of fresh juice a day. Literally, you're buying the fruits and you juicing yourself. Don't even do H2O. We're going to put them on a high H3O2 diet. See, you have hydrogen or you have water that's inside of your fruits that's H3O2. This have way more metabolic information than regular water do, y'all, than H2O. And that's what we've been trying to teach. All this information and videos are on the new website. Y'all going to love this new website, y'all. All right, so any more questions concerning this case? If not, we're going to move on. Not we're gonna move on because we kind of spent too much time on this particular case. Let's see. That's right. There's a difference between fructose and glucose sugar. Refined processed sugar is not the same as fruit sugar. No, it's not, L'Oreal. That processed sugar will kill you. Natural sugar occurs in your fruits. That's fructose. Or you have a natural compound in your vegetables. That's glucose. And this is where you get something called monosaccharides, simple sugars. Processed sugar is maltose, pentose. These have a 5 sugar background, kind of like deoxyribonucleic acid. You see that pentose backbone on that. Look, even your DNA is made of complex sugar. That's what I'm saying. Your body is already made acidically complex for real, and it's acidic by nature. So you have to keep the alkaline balance and have an alkaline diet, alkaline relationships, alkaline music, alkaline water, alkaline hydration, alkaline environment, because your body already processes on an acidic medium. Look even at on your DNA and all the, you have complex sugars there. Complex sugars creates carbonic acid, y'all, which is an acid. Then you're actually made of amino acids, which is between these sugar bones, the helix, the double helix. And then these are stuck together by something called electrolytes or minerals, which is the glue to the amino acid that sticks on this complex sugar. And this is where you get your adenosine, you get your arginine, your tyrosine, your tritryptophan. These are essential amino acids that you need, right? But notice all these things are acidic in nature that creates you. So if it's already, but what builds you up, all of your saliva and all of your liquid forms, like your blood, your salivary glands, these things are alkaline in nature. So if you actually break down the human anatomy of the body biochemically wise, it is 50% acidic and it is 50% alkaline, right? I give it 5% more alkaline. You see that? So and it functions in nature by being acidic. All these byproducts are acidic, all of them. This is proven facts. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking off the side of my neck. So of course my lifestyle will have to be alkaline to maintain homeostasis. If y'all get what I'm saying, type in some nines. Y'all get what I'm saying, type in some nines. See, we have truly been taught wrong. We have. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. We have been taught wrong, family. It's time to remember. All right, let's keep it going. Okay, we got nines. All right, on to the next question. All right, this one says, Shalom Yaki, what causes your WBC, which is white blood count, and hemoglobin count to be low? All right, so first we have to get into the white blood count. Well, if you get into the white blood count, this is talking about the white blood cells, or what they ordain as the white blood cells. I truly don't believe in so-called white blood cells. We get into another video because of that, just by studying and looking what these corpuscles actually do. It'll blow your mind. But these things actually come from the bone marrow. All right, this is what makes up this lion-ass word that they call the immunological system or the immune system. There's no such thing. There is a such thing as the lymphatic system. Now, if there was an immunological system or immune system, it would be inside of the lymphatic system. All right. Now, the lymphatic system is where you get your T cells. Oh, this is your thymus gland cells, or what they call your red blood cells, or your B cells, your bone marrow cells. All blood is produced from the bone marrow. Ain't that crazy how your body just is a self-sorbing creation? Every day your body just reproduce life, because scripture tells us that life is in the blood. This blood is literally birthed from the inside of your bones, right? That's where your blood formation come from. Then it goes to school. The school is the thymus gland. Every time your blood give birth, your bones give birth to blood, it sends a signal and send them to school to give them specific jobs of what to do. They learn this by the thymus gland. The thymus gland is what trained them to be killers, what trained them to be organizers, what trained them to be community activists. You have all these different roles in your body. When cancer comes in your body and you have certain blood cells that want to bang with other cells, then you have community activist cells. They'll come through and they be like, no, we ain't doing that. Then you have your mercenary cells, which is the phagocytes. They'll come through. That just puts you down. You know what I'm saying? We can't, he's out of control. Let's put him down. You see that? Then you have your phagocytes. They hungry. They like pigs. They eat any damn thing in the body. They'll come through and eat all the bacteria and eat the good bacteria, eat the bad blood and the good blood. You see what I'm saying? Then you have a president. You have a command center. Your cells are literally miniature you. You are a miniature universe made of miniature 150 trillion cells. Like I told you last week, only 50 trillion cells make up human cells. The other 100 trillion cells are microorganisms that they call microbes that don't even come from this damn planet. Literally, look this stuff up. So we're literally, our vehicle is made of other entities, y'all, that helps us along the process through so-called evolution, because I don't believe in evolution, but I'm going to give y'all something that we can identify through evolution in life. So you have different entities or different microorganisms that they call the microbes that are actually helping you live your life. Without these microbes or without these bacteriums, you can't live, you can't eat, you can't digest, you can't do nothing. And these are what makes up the communities in your body. So you asking me what makes your blood count low, whether it be your red blood count or your hemoglobin, it's because you have bad bacteria inside of your body. Whenever you have bad bacteria inside of your body and they start losing the fight, notice that the white blood count start going significantly low. And now just let me know that these microbes are eating out all the phytonutrients plus the iron phosphate inside of your red blood cells called hemoglobin. If you look inside of this hemoglobin, you will find iron phosphate. On top of this iron phosphate, you will find an oxygen molecule. This is how oxygen gets through your body by cellular respiration. So now you have these microparasites literally eating all the goodies out of your red blood cells. So you have a parasitical problem. Not only is this a parasitical problem by nature, but this is a bad bacteria problem. Most likely it's because you've been taking a lot of antibiotics all throughout your life, and it's killed all the good bacteria that's been inside of your body in your lymph nodes specifically. And the reason why I'm saying your lymph nodes specifically, because your lymph nodes is a part of the lymphatic system. And again, if there was a such thing as the immune system, which make up your white blood count and your hemoglobin, it will be inside the lymphatic system connected to the lymph sites. So that's all that's going on. Your body is being overridden by bad bacteria. You need to get some good bifidum bacteria back into you. My 3 bitters, especially my bitter 1 and my bitter 3, is good and full of good bacteria, straight from plants, straight from trees. It's damn near in a fermented stage where that good bacteria start eating and chewing away at the roots, and you can't see them. But if you put them under a microscope, if you put my herbs under a microscope, especially that bitter 1 and bitter 3, you will see a whole lot of things moving around on them, just like you will see a whole lot of things moving around on your skin. So that's what you truly need to bring up your white blood cell count and your red blood cell count. All right, y'all got any questions about that? And now on top of that, make sure you get the blood nourisher, the blood builder and iron nourisher kit. All right, the blood builder and iron nourisher kit off the site. That's going to rebuild your platelets and build up your bloodstream, and it's going to rebuild up your white blood count and get that bone marrow and that calcium matrix producing again, and then to get the bacteria and the microbes back into your body, the 3 bitters. We coming out with a new line too that is straight specifically just microbes. You know what I'm saying? We've been working with the laboratory trying to get that done where we can just give you back to good bacteria powder. So hopefully that'll be done in a few weeks. We just got to test it. If it tests good and everything cool, then we most definitely had it on the new site as well. All right. All right. If y'all got any questions concerning this particular case, type in some 9. Ask your question. If it's not, type in some 9s and we're going to keep it pushing. Yes, a 5-year-old can drink the bitters. All right, cool. We're going to keep it going to the next one. All right, this one says, Shalom, shalom. I've been diagnosed with COPD. That stands for chronic, what does it stand for? Chronic obstruction pulmonary disease. Whenever you hear pulmonary, always know that it's talking about the lungs. Sometimes the heart too, but the lungs. So we see there's something wrong with the lungs of this particular person. All right, the lungs are some of the most vital organs, or what I'll call a combustion chamber inside of your body, because it deals with your pressure, and that's what the body is all about. That's how the body stay alive, due to anionic pressure, or what we call cosmic pressure. All right, it says diagnosed with COPD in 2010, both lungs collapsed. Both his lungs collapsed. What controls your breathing? Give me a gland of the body that controls the breathing. Let's see where my healers at. Who been learning? Who been remembering? What controls the breathing of the body? Give me the glands. It's 2 glands that controls the breathing of the body. Who got it? Who got it out there? Let's see. Let's see who be listening. Let's see who be listening. That's right, Uriah Yisrael, the adrenal glands. The adrenal glands is actually what controls the breathing. So he said his lungs collapsed. He didn't say nothing about a punctured lung or none of that. His lungs just stopped working and they deflated. That's the adrenal glands. The adrenal glands is actually in control of the kidneys, the autonomic nervous system, the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. Notice I always talk about the prefix autonomic, things that breathe, things that move automatically in the body that are actually controlled by these master glands called the adrenal glands. So if he have lung problems and his lungs just stop working just like that, then it's most definitely his adrenal gland. So we know off back he have an adrenal gland problem or adrenal gland failure, or what they call in the clinical term adrenal fatigue. All right. It says, I think it was from mold, but the doctors never found out why. And mold can mess up your adrenals a whole lot, because mold is a cytotoxin. Mold is also a parasite by nature, y'all. So we most definitely gotta take that in consideration too. Mold is actually a parasitic by nature. It's a living organism, but it's very bad for the body. All right. It says, I steadily stopped. It says, hold on, let me read that again, y'all. My bad. I think it was from mold, but the doctors never found out why. I suddenly started having breathing issues. I've been on prednisone for about 8 years. See, you have to get off of that. We got to get you off that prednisone. Prednisone, because that prednisone literally causes the mucus to crystallize and to lock into your lung tissue, and we see a lot of people straight die of lung failure because of that. So we got to get all of that up out of you. All you got to do is cleanse your lungs, get them adrenals back online, cleanse the whole entire body. Make sure you're not on any type of dairy products, because these are most definitely cytotoxins to the cells that makes up your lungs. And make sure you get your adrenals back online. You get your adrenals back online with my kidney and adrenal kit. If you want to do the herbs yourself, one of the best adrenal herbs that you can use is licorice root from Jamaica, y'all. Licorice root from Jamaica will blow your mind with getting your adrenal glands back online. Now, don't get it twisted. If you have high blood pressure, I recommend that you do wild yam root. But licorice root is way stronger than wild yam root. Licorice root will get your adrenals back online. All right. If you have high blood pressure, licorice root will kill you. So don't do that. You see what I'm saying? The art of healing, because herbs will kill your ass. So you have to learn the herbs and what they do and how they react to each individual body. So most definitely licorice root, brother. If you have high blood pressure or you have any type of hypertension issues, switch over to the wild yam root. Do that about 3 times a day. Make sure that you are drinking 8 ounces of glasses of that tea a day. Not only would you be doing that, but you will work on kidney filtration, and you need to cleanse your lungs. For a good lung cleanser or puller, you can get my Astringent X. You can get my lung tar remover. That'll be very good for opening up your lungs. If you want specific herbs that'll cleanse your lungs good, Coat's foot leaf. Coat's foot leaf is a perfect one. The Mayan Aztecs used it. The Mexican used it, and our brothers and sisters, the Native American Indians, which a lot of us are, they used it as well. Another one is mullein. Mullein is a very, very good leaf that is very good for the lungs. And Kalawala. Kalawala is perfect when it comes to the lungs. That was one of Dr. Sebi's, like one of his most powerful herbs when it came to cleansing the lungs. And last but not least, guaco. Guaco leaf or guaco root, the actual bark or the guaco tree. And this comes from the duck family. You see the duck flower, the stem of the vine from that is the guaco vine, or what we call the guaco bark. All these things are very, very good for the lungs. I sell all these in single herbs. I sell them all in bulk whole herbs, or I sell my own lung cleansing combination. So either one, it don't matter. It don't matter, but that's what you're gonna need. And stay off the meat, the protein, stay off the dairy products for sure. Make sure you stay off of any type of sugars that's not naturally occurring inside of your fruits and your vegetable. Go raw for a while and you will look up, you'll be clean. You'll be good of all these. You'll be good of all these. Yep, that's what you need. That's exactly what you need. And start a weaning process off that medicine. Holler at your doctor once you start feeling better and tell him that you want to get off of that. You want to get off of all these deadly ass medicines. That's gonna end up killing you anyway. All right. Yep, Kalawala. I love Kalawala. I love mullein. That guaco, man. I love guaco though. I'm a huge fan when it comes to guaco. That's all I use guaco and everything. It's so strong. My mama be down here breaking it up. It will clear the whole building. That guaco is so strong, y'all. So strong. Yep. Guaco vine or guaco root, Vivian. It don't matter what you call it. And thank you too, Vivian Reed. Queen on here putting everything down. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's keep it going. If y'all got any questions concerning this specific case, go on, type it in now. And if not, we're gonna move on to the next one. I'm sitting on to the next one. Let's see. Y'all do not be listening, boy. Y'all asking all y'all own questions. Y'all don't listen at all. Jazz Green says she take Kalawala every day. Me too. Let me show y'all what Kalawala look like, matter of fact. Give me 1 second, y'all. This is Kalawala. Man, I love this herb. This herb works wonders. We use this for our AIDS patients to clean out their respiratory tract. It smells so wonderful. That's what Kalawala look like, y'all. I mean, it's amazing herbs. I mean, just now, just by smelling it, make me want to cough right now, literally. So we use these for our AIDS and our HIV patients to get rid of all that mucus. But that's Kalawala. That's what it look like. We get ours by the tons, by the megatons. All right, let's get it. If y'all learning so far, type in some 7s. If y'all learning so far, y'all want to keep going, type in some 7s. Let me know that y'all in here with me. Let me know that y'all in here with me and that this interesting in y'all learning. Type in some 7s and we gonna keep it going. We gonna keep it going. And on the new website, y'all, the new website, I have over 300 single whole herbs that y'all can buy. Over 300 herbs. All of them are most definitely Yaqui approved. All of them are naturally grown from their original habitat. And all of them are alkaline tested herbs, y'all. So y'all gonna love it. I just can't wait till it's up. It's just taking so much going into this website because it's that dope. All right, all praise. All right, let's keep it going. All right, this one says, shalom, shalom. Most High in Christ bless you. Baruch atah, Baruch atah. Bless you too, brother. And your family. Thank you, brother. Brother Yaqui, I purchased a package deal a while back from you, and I didn't take it right away. It says I was very precautious on prepping my body for the herbs. So I made it to like 6 days and didn't make it because I was alone and my energy was up and down. Do you suggest I get another package deal? You got to tell me how long you had it. I don't know how long you had it, my brother. If you had it, if you listening, which I hope you is, if it's been 4 months or less, even up to 6 months, and you've been storing it properly, my tinctures, and if you've been storing everything properly, my herbs are so potent and powerful, you still can take them. They'll still work. Or can I go back to using the herbs? I already have them in the refrigerator and I store them in dark places. Yeah, so yeah, go back to using them. Now, if you do got the tonic kits, make sure that there ain't no mold in them, because them tonic kits do have a lot of biofilm bacteria in them. And once they start organizing all them live cultures, they will create a mold spore. So just open it up, smell it, and look at it. If you don't see no mold or no type of fungus spore growing from it, man, heat that deal up and take them. But if you do see mold accumulating, because mold grow on living things that die, and that's how you know that the herbs are really powerful, because they die. Meaning when y'all get them, they in a living state. then most definitely pour it out and holler at me, and I'll get some more over to you. But if you don't see any of those things and you went according to my storage instructions, they're still good. They're good all the way up to 6 months. Some of them die a little quicker, but it all may vary. And that's what when it comes to nature, things vary, colors vary, smells varies. You see what I'm saying? So it's a very thing. So anywhere between 4 and 6 months, you still good. All right. What else we got here? Oh, and I forgot to tell y'all, a lot of y'all been sending me questions through the P.O. box. And I like that. I like that. Only thing is, I can't really read a lot of y'all handwriting. But next Tuesday, I'm going to try to get through a lot of questions. We had a lot of letters come through the P.O. box. So if y'all interested and y'all don't want to, and y'all say we're not getting back to y'all fast enough in the old website, which hopefully not going to be up by Friday. We had a new one up. If so, most definitely go on the website, look at our P.O. Box, and y'all can mail us y'all letters, and we'll read them from there as well. All right. All right. Now, this is another one we got. This says, Shalom, shalom, Yaki. I'm having throbbing in my left ear. Started likely 2 months ago, but it's getting worse. Can you please help? I have not taken any meds for it. This sounds like post-tendinitis. Whenever you hear them throbbings in your ear, that literally sounds like post-tendinitis. Usually when you're dealing with post-tendinitis, it's dealing with basically the vessels and the arteries that's in your neck, like your ganglia nerve and your vagus nerves, or it's a lot of arteries around your face area that's connecting the blood vessels to your teeth and the nerve endings to your teeth. These things will literally have crinks and clamps in them. So what happens is when the blood tries to flow through it, it pulses and it stops because the blood get blocked up in the artery and the veins. Now, when the blood get blocked up, this causes your pressure to go high. When your pressure go high, it makes your heart beats harder or faster, and that's what you be hearing. So you're not hearing a throbbing in your ear. What you're hearing is your heartbeat in your ear. No, boy, I know it seems like that your ear be going out of whack, but it's not really your ear. It's just the ear is picking up on the vibration of your heart beating faster to try to get that. Because remember, the heart is a valve. It's literally a pressurized valve, and it's trying to get that blood to pump through them veins and through them arteries get to your brain, but it's not. So it's pumping harder and louder, and you're hearing it because the vein is literally right by your eardrum. So it's called post-tinnitus. Look it up. It's called post-tinnitus. Post-tinnitus, look it up. The best way to do that is to literally, you need some blood thinners from now, some all-natural blood thinners. Look, go on a grape diet. Grapes have something, it's a phytochemical, a biophoton chemical, phytonutrients chemical inside of grapes called tannins, right? And inside these tannins, it has biochemical processes that literally thins out your blood, all right? Grape seeds do it, milk thistle do it, burdock leaf and greater burdock root do it, yellow dock do it, Cartier Negro do it. What else? Man, it's so many of them. But your barbs family, your yellow dock and your burdock and your dandelion, and I cannot forget your chaparral. These are all things that will cleanse your blood that is full of tannins. And then if you need a fruit to go on that's full of tannins that will thin your blood out, that way you can work them arteries back out and work them out into the right perspective, most definitely your grapes. Now, what you need to be asking yourself is, what is binding up your arteries and your veins like that? This is probably a calcium production problem from your thyroid gland or your cholesterol. You're building up way too many cholesterol plaque in your arteries and in your veins, and that's a bad thing as well. So you most definitely need to detoxify yourself. Go on that grape diet, like I said. If that's too strong for you, mix it with the juices. Juice is what we recommend. And not only that, go on an all fruit diet, high in grapes, where you can thin that blood to get whatever's in them arteries up out, and you will notice that ear throbbing will go away. But that's the least that you need to be concerned about, Queen, is your ear throbbing. You need to be worried about why it's throbbing. That's because you got some clamped vessels and arteries there, and that is very, very dangerous, because that can lead to heart attack or stroke or aneurysm. So that's what you need to be concerned about. So we have to open up them arteries and them vessels to get everything flowing properly again. All right. And the best way to do that again is go on a high grape diet. All grapes, and get them herbs. If you don't want to do them yourself, most definitely get my blood builder and iron nourisher kit. I mean, that will get that blood together within 7 days. My blood builder and iron nourisher kit, I mean, literally will change the game. We had a person with a severe blood disorder in Georgia. He had it for many years, and we literally healed him and got him back 100% within a month off of that. And he had one of the rarest blood disorders known to man. And they literally help heal him, because, you know, the body heals itself. But the herbs cleansed up that blood so good and cleaned his artery so good. It was only a month. In a month's time, y'all, he was back 100%. The doctors are still baffled by that. And it's another case in Georgia, too. I forgot about that. Another case in Georgia, too, about that. So, yeah. So it's called the Blood Builder and Iron Nourisher Kit. That kit is under kits and bundles on my website. If you just want to buy the herbs from somebody else or buy them singly from me and try to make the thing yourself, that's on the website as well. Or you can get it from somebody else, but I did tell you what it is, like such as chaparral, the Bars family, which is burdock root, yellow dock, all your docks and dandelion root and stuff like that. All right. Y'all got any particular questions due to this certain case? Let me know. Yeah, Vivian Reed, that's another one too. Grape seed extract is very good for the blood as well, but be careful on it. Be careful, because what the grape seed extract have a thing of doing is binding with iron phosphate and turning that iron phosphate, breaking it down and literally making you jaundice and turning it to bilirubin. So you got to be careful with the grapeseed extract, because it have a direct effect on the liver, and that liver start producing too much of that jaundice bilirubin, because it's literally breaking down the iron phosphate molecule. So we don't want to push too much on the extract of the grape seeds, even though it is very good and it got a high quality of tannins in it. It will attack that liver in ways that you don't want it to attack it to. But yeah, very good observation, Vivian. Miss Vivian Reed. All right, let's keep it going. All right, what else we got? All right, this one says, I got time for one more, so I'm gonna read one more. Let me go through and see if I can find y'all a good one. All right, here go a good one right here. All right, I got a good one for y'all. This one says, Shalom, shalom, my brother. My name is such and such, such and such. I am a 50-year-old woman. How you doing, sister? How you doing? It said, who have chronic hepatitis B. So we see that now hepatitis B is most definitely a parasite inside of not only the liver, but inside of the pancreas and the hepatic duct. That's all it is. You're literally dealing with a parasite and you dealing with a viral load. That's why most people that have hepatitis B, if you check them, they actually check positive for HIV too. What you're dealing with is a viral strand that the body produces itself by way of parasites. Remember, I don't believe in viruses. I believe that your cells give off viruses or solvents that are called viruses due to the state that they're in. And this can most definitely be proven. And I'm doing a mini documentary series on this, of the AIDS hoax, the HIV hoax, all of this. All that is hoax, y'all. And we most definitely gonna prove that. We're gonna prove that through their own documentation showing y'all these things. But you're dealing with a parasite. Okay, let's read though. It says, I have hepatitis B for about 13 years and cirrhosis of the liver for just a year now. See that? Y'all see how how the pancreas is directly connected to the liver and how they work as one. It says, I don't drink, but the doctor said that my cirrhosis could have came from morbid obesity after years of hepatitis. Yes, and he's right. He's correct. That's one thing that the doctors actually got it right this time. It says, and will develop to cirrhosis of the liver. Yes, it is, because what happens is the liver depends on the pancreas, that health duct, and the hepatic duct depends on the liver. So these are very, very. Let me show y'all this real quick. Y'all know. All right, so let me take the lungs off of this. Can y'all, if y'all can see this well real quick, type in some 9s. If y'all can see this, if y'all can see the liver here, y'all can see the stomach, y'all can see the transverse colon here, let me know, and then I'm gonna walk y'all through this real quick, give y'all a quick little presentation, show y'all how this works. Let me show y'all. Type in some 9s and we're gonna get it in real quick. Remember, if y'all like this stuff, like it and share it all over, and subscribe. All right, so we're gonna take the lungs off. So these are your pulmonary functions right here. These are your lungs. All right, now once you take the lungs off, you already know that the heart is right here, but I don't think we need to mess with the heart. Now, this is the liver. Cirrhosis of the liver is when the liver becomes too acidic and too fat. And literally you give all these tumor-like bumps and things on them. And it literally, cirrhosis just means corrosion. And it's when the liver becomes so corroded with acids that it malfunctions and it doesn't do what it do anymore. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because the liver is the chemical factory of the body, and it deals with most of the detoxification of the cells, not the intestines and stuff like that. Right? That's the lymphatic system. But what detoxifies the cells and have the cells get dumped into the lymphatic system will be the bile duct of the liver and of the pancreas. So whenever you're dealing with hepatitis B, A, B, C, or D, and notice C is always closely recognized as HIV. Notice that, showing you that it's all bullshit anyway, but we're going to use their terminology though, all right? That way y'all can identify with them. So the liver is in control of at least 500,000 different processes of the body. Do y'all hear what I just said? I didn't say 5,000. The liver by itself is in control of 500,000 different processes of the body, y'all. That's deep. See, that a lot of people think that they have diabetes mellitus and hyperglycemia because of the pancreas, but it's really from the liver and the adrenal glands. See, the liver stores up fats, it stores up glycogen, it stores up glycagon. The liver also can take minerals and turn them into amino acids, or it can take the same amino acid and turn them back to minerals. I mean, this is literally a spiritual entity in the body. It just creates shit just to make sure your body keeps its homeostasis, right? So cirrhosis of the liver is a bad thing because you cannot live without the liver, because the liver is what creates all the metabolic process along with the thyroid inside of the body. So now notice, once we take the liver off and you see that you have this main venous nerve that's connected to it that goes throughout the whole body. But what I want to show you is the gallbladder on the liver. So in the back of the liver, notice that you have this gallbladder, right? Now, you see these two little ducts? These two little ducts or veins are connected directly to the pancreas. So the pancreas literally is the factor of both of these things, because the pancreas is what connects the liver and the stomach together, y'all. The liver, the stomach, and the gallbladder is connected all together by the pancreas. So this the liver. I'm going to put this down. Here go the stomach right here, right? Look, notice when she pull out that stomach, what do we see here? This is the pancreas. Let's pull it off. So whenever you're really talking about hepatitis here, you're talking about this part right here. This is your pancreas right here, y'all. Now, inside of the pancreas, you have something called the islets of Langerhans. The islands of Langerhans. And this is where you get your alpha cells. Your alpha cells is what produces glycagon. Now, remember what I told you where glycagon is stored at. Glycagon is a sugar that is stored in the liver. Well, the liver turns it into fructose or glucose for the cells can get ATP, which is adenosine triphosphate. This is where you get your energy fuel from. Guess what's in control of that? The liver, by way of the pancreas. Not only do the pancreas creates the alpha cell or the glycogen sugar, it also has something called the beta cells, which produce the insulin. All right, so now the insulin is a salt. This is what brings the sugar down in the blood. Not only do the islets of Langerhans produces the beta cells and the alpha cells, which is the glycogen sugar and the insulin salt, but it also produces something called somatostatin. Somatostatin is a mixture of glycogen and is a mixture of salt, but it also has a pituitary growth hormone in there. And that pituitary growth hormone actually causes the liver to produce bile, produce detoxification agents. It causes the liver to actually turn certain amino acids into minerals, to turn the minerals back into amino acids. It causes you to be fat, skinny, small. And then remember, you have a pituitary growth hormone in there that's connected directly to the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland is a master gland of the thyroid. So this controls your metabolic process. I mean, everything, y'all. So whenever this have an itis, that means this is inflamed. That is deal with inflammation. Now, this is your hepatic ducts. These ducts are all in the back of here. And this is what connects everything. So whenever somebody have hepatitis B or hepatitis C and have liver problems, they're dealing with these ducts that connects the liver, the gallbladder, and the pancreas. They have to be cleansed. Now, what's the best way to cleanse it? Y'all see these beautiful kidneys sitting up inside of here, y'all. One day we just gonna go through this whole body. One day we just gonna go through the whole body. All right. Now, the best way to actually cleanse hepatitis is by liver flushing. I mean, when I say liver flushing, I mean extreme liver flushing. But if you're going to be flushing that liver, you have to make sure that you pooping at least 10 times a day. Because if you flush that liver without pooping and without cleansing, you will die, because that liver deals with so many things, y'all. So I'm gonna give you some herbs. Maurice J. Hicks hit one right on the nose. Milk thistle, very, very good for the liver. Make sure that you do not just use the actual milk thistle seeds. You have to grind them and pulverize them up so you can get all the healing modalities out of them. All right. The best thing to do is to drink it, not put it in capsules. Actually drink it. Right. So you would do it like that. You would take the powder after you grind up the milk thistle powder, and you would add it to some juice, and you would drink the juice. Fresh juice, not no juice from the store, then that came from the refrigerator and stuff like that. Actually, juices that you got from fruits, fresh fruit produce that you juiced yourself. Not only milk thistle, but it's another herb that is way stronger than milk thistle when it comes to cleansing and detoxifying the liver. A lot of people don't know this, but look it up. Dandelion greens and dandelion roots together is way powerful than milk thistle. All right, but you can mix all these three together to pack a good punch. All right, you can mix them together to pack a good punch. Just make sure your ratio leads in the dandelion leaf and the dandelion root. That will be your leading herb. Now, I have something called the liver and gallbladder tincture on my website that's full of at least 17 herbs that is directly focusing on liver filtration and liver regeneration. Very, very good for you. And another thing you can do that is very good is go have a liver flush. The best way to flush your liver is with lemon flush, lemon juice flush. Now, it might burn your throat a little bit, but you're going to see a whole lot of things coming up out of your urine, and a lot of genres colors coming out of your urine, coming from your eyes and coming out of your poop. Make sure that you flushing that liver and that you boo-booing while you're doing that. But anybody that has cirrhosis of the liver, I will automatically put them on my amino acid therapy. I mean, my geogenetic therapy. Formally the amino acid therapy level 1, because what you're dealing with here is, again, if them ducts fail and that liver fail, you die. You cannot live without your liver, because your liver, it does more processes in your look. This liver right here literally does more, I mean, over 10,000 processes than any other in your body. This thing do over 500,000 different things. The liver is so complex, the scientists and the doctors haven't even figured out everything this thing do, y'all. And it's its own living entity, y'all. Literally, it can create, look, this thing is so smart, it can take a damn mineral and turn it into an amino acid. How is it doing that? Straight up. They still ain't figured this thing out. They still ain't figured this thing out right here. And that's how you know that we are wonderfully made. Yahweh wonderfully made us. That's how you know that we are God, y'all. Straight up. So the best thing to do with that liver, literally, y'all, is to go on the geogenetics therapy level 1, or my former amino acid therapeutic package level 1. That's what you would need. You can start the process by getting the small herbs I told you, but this is going to be a whole body cleanse, because you have to cleanse the pancreas with the liver. You can't just cleanse the liver. You have to cleanse the blood. You have to cleanse the lymphatic system, the gut, and the pancreas and gallbladder, because this produces so many toxins, because guess what? It's the chemical factory of the body. If you ever had chemotherapy, guess what chemotherapy goes in the body? It stores up into the liver tissues. If you ever took any types of amoxicillins and penicillins and all of these mold-forming antibiotics, guess where it builds up at? It builds up in the liver. If you ever had any type of herbicides, pesticides, insecticides spraying on your foods, guess where it goes to? The liver, because the liver deals with the chemicals. It detoxes and cleanses the cells of all the chemistry. You see that? Anything that is foreign to the body, the liver will have to take it on, because this is your chemical distributor, or your chemical organizer, or your chemical eliminator. The liver deals with that. So it is so much damn toxins, deadly poisons that's stored inside of here. You have to be careful when you flushing the liver. Make sure your kidneys are open, and make sure that blood is running smoothly and it's alkaline, and make sure the lymphatic system is not stagnant, because if this sit in your body too long, it will kill you. The toxins that's produced by this thing. So the best thing you can do is get a all therapy cleanse. And mine specifically would be my geogenetics therapy, formerly known as my amino acid therapy. On the old website, it's still called the amino acid therapy, but on the new website, it will be called the geogenetic therapy. All right, that's how you cleanse that. Most definitely go on an all-fruit diet and do a lemon flush. Flush them lemons. Lemon drink, lemon drink, lemon drink. Again, it might burn your throat a little bit because it's very alkaline, but I'd rather have a burnt esophagus than no liver and be dead. know what I'm saying? If y'all got any questions concerning cirrhosis of the liver, make sure y'all let me know. If not, type in some 9s, and then I'm gonna holler at y'all for a minute, and I gotta get up out of here. Carter Nancy said, what is fatty liver? Fatty liver is basically when you got a lot of lipids and a lot of fats built up on the liver. That's a bad thing too, because when that fat corrodes, it'll start turning into cirrhosis. So when that fatty tissue or that fatty lipid breakdown, which is acid on the liver, this can start corroding the liver as well. And again, this is another thing of what they call hepatitis B, or cirrhosis of the liver. That's why she said, dang, she said my hepatitis B could have changed into cirrhosis of the liver because of my weight. I was very obese. Remember, that's what she said inside of her letter, showing you that these fats are a bad thing because it's a lipid. And most of these lipids are alkaline by nature, but the process is acidic. You don't want that just sitting on your liver, because then it will start to corrode the liver, and then mucus come in. Whenever you see mucus, you're going to see corrosion. Whenever you see corrosion, you're going to see the lack of oxygen. When shit ain't got breath and life, or the ruach or oxygen in it, it dies. Y'all see how that work? See, look, this is what she said. She said, I don't drink, but the doctor said that the cirrhosis came from a morbid obesity. See that? And after years of hepatitis, you will develop cirrhosis of the liver. The doctor ain't lying about that. The doctor got that one right. And we just proved how that happened by showing y'all the presentation. All right, them are all the questions I'm going to answer for the day. We got a lot of things coming up. This Sunday, I do have an online lecture or online so-called seminar going on, and we're going to be talking about the homosexual agenda of the black man, and we're talking about chemical castration, how they're using chemicals to literally turn us into females and turn females into males. And that's why you see the roles changes in the house, and the man don't know how to be a man no more. Most of our men becoming homosexuals, or our women getting abortions before they even realize they're pregnant. We got to talk about all these things, and basically why these biochemical warfares, or these weapons that they call HIV or AIDS, is so high amongst the community. All this has been plotted and planned and targeted towards a specific race and group of people, which is my people. So that's going to be a very live lecture. Make sure y'all tune into that. It's going to be this Sunday. It's going to be at 8:30, and it's going to be on my YouTube and both of my Facebook page, and it will be downloaded to the new website under Yaki TV. So man, look, it's going down. It's going down. If y'all learned something today, make sure y'all type in some 9s. Make sure y'all share this video. Make sure y'all love on this video. Subscribe to this video. We are live each and every Tuesday at 8 o'clock, sometimes 8:30. If I'm busy working on herbal packages or traveling and doing lectures, I usually go live the next day, but usually it's every single Tuesday at 8 or 8:30, y'all. So make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all tune in. All right, with that being said, I love y'all indeed and true. Shalom, shalom. Peace, love, healing, and health be to y'all. Is that Auntie Gina? Shalom, shalom, TT Gina. That's my auntie in the building. How you feeling? How you doing, TT? All praises. I'm glad to see everybody tuned in. And the store should be opened up in a month or two. Y'all be able to come down to my vegan restaurant, to our herbal store. It's going to be super dope. You know, it's going to be a clinic there, a restaurant there. I mean, everything. We got the Healing House. The Healing House is up and running. We got somebody there now. 2 people just left. I mean, it's going down, y'all. We're literally making history and changing the world. Man, I just wish Dr. Sabi can be here and look back and to see all the people that followed after his footsteps. And I wish Dr. Layla Africa can look back and see all of his people. You know, all his Hebrews just really doing the work of Yahweh and out here really healing their people, man. I bet they be smiling, man. Smiling like a mug, man. But you know, may the Most High have mercy on their souls. Them are 2 great legends that was most definitely here, and I'm honored to walk after their footsteps. So with that being said, I love you, family. Shalom, shalom, mishpachah.